Kicking It With Mia. We're about to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 10, Episode 12. But before we get into that, y'all know the drill. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Come on over here. Hit that like button. What you waiting on? It's free. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And come on over here and kick it with your girl. So, y'all, on down in Huntsville, Martell, Destiny, and Fletch meet up. They're meeting up with Martell to go over a home that he's building. He's building $1 million home. And I think he said 7 bedrooms, 7 baths. And I believe Destiny and Chris are going to like co-sell it, which Chris been in the game and he's saying that he'll have it sold before Destiny. I said this previously. I didn't know Destiny was into real estate. We learned something new about Destiny. Every season she's into something different. She said that she's had a real estate license for a while. I wonder why Destiny never talked about that in the previous seasons. I know she was trying to do other stuff, but being that, you know, the type of show it was when they first started out and when Destiny first came on, I was like, why she ain't never tell us, you know, she had her real estate license and all that. But nonetheless, Martell is back building and, you know, he's wanting them to work on it. And so we'll see how that go. We know that it wouldn't be classic if they didn't talk about what happened. At the Fletchtivity thing that they had. And so Destiny asked the guys about the game night. And, you know, they said they had a good time. Of course, they joke and asked her how did she feel about Lance coming in with Kierra. And she's like, you know, there wasn't nothing. They said something about her coming in with Will. And, you know, she said that she was having a good time. Everybody was having a good time until the stuff happened at the pool. We know Miss Neal had to go off. She said that, Fletch said that Nell felt ganged up on. Destiny trying to act like, you know, well, how did Miss Nell feel ganged up on? But hopefully this is a learning experience for Nell because everybody, they iced Mel out. Well, at least they tried. You know, Mel, she left on her own. But Destiny has not been Destiny is not a great friend. I've said this multiple times. Destiny tries to get in where she fit in, and she don't care where she have to go and what she have to do. I think the only person that she might be loyal to is Martell. And they're like, you know, Nell felt the way because she's been knowing Destiny, and now I guess they feel like Destiny should have some type of loyalty to them. But this is Destiny we're talking about, Nell. You seen how she went against Mel. Like, Mel tried to kind of tell you, and you went against Mel. Now they turn it on you. It's just like a learning experience. You see what it is, Destiny. If you're looking for loyalty from Destiny, then you already messed up there. From what she's shown on the show, baby, no. Martell asked Destiny about all her men. He asked her about Will. He asked her about Twan. He asked her if her and Lance is over. Destiny's like, yeah, me and Lance is over. Sorry, Fletch, I couldn't be your daughter-in-law. Fletch is like, yeah, we wasn't checking for you for real. Nah, he didn't say that, but that's kind of what he gave. She's just like she's dating them all, which I'm not. Let me just say, I am not opposed to a woman dating. I encourage every woman to date. You know, to date, not have sex, but to date. And that's kind of what Destiny is saying. It's only looking bad for Destiny because all of these men run in the same circles. Everybody know everybody. And it's like they kind of treating you like a pass around. I don't know. But that's why it looks bad for Destiny. But on a real note, I am an advocate for dating. Like dating, not doing the do, but dating. Because when you date, you see what you like, you see what you don't like, you see what you can see yourself putting up with, what you can't put up with. I always say, when you just talk to one person and you don't talk to nobody else, especially if y'all not even getting, y'all don't even have to be getting serious, but if you're just talking to that one person, you tend to kind of gravitate more towards them and want to be in this relationship, and you probably really don't even like this person for real, but you really don't know that because you don't have nobody to compare it to. So I am an advocate for dating. Now, I'm not saying if somebody comes along and they really talking about something, then don't pursue it. But I'm just saying, date. See what you like. It's okay. It's not always, you don't always have to be tied down. Sometimes, no matter your age, if you're not looking to be in a relationship just yet, or you kind of want to take things slow and see what's out there with other people and just enjoy being single, dating is the way to go. Dating will, I think that's the problem. A lot of people don't date. They start talking. They might go on a couple dates. Then they start doing the do. That's even if they go on dates. They start doing the do. And then the next thing you know, they in a whole situationship and sometimes in a whole relationship that they shouldn't have never been in. And it's all because you just jumped into something and you just wanted to see what it is. So I'm an advocate for dating. They tell her about basically Will saying he's the hit it and quit it type, and she's like, oh, she not about that. She better ask Lance. And I'm like, okay, Destiny girl. I learned that Miss Nell is opening up a new boutique called Posh and Prissy. I believe that's the name of it. She said that she got the name from her grandmother because her grandmother, I can't talk, y'all. It's the bracelets. Her grandmother used to call her Prissy. So that's kind of where she got the name for, and she's excited about that. We see Will and Destiny go out on a little date. It's kind of like a picnic / skate date, and that's kind of actually fun. But I'm like, Destiny, why do you got on this dress if you know y'all going skating? Like, girl. They couldn't really skate because of the grooves in the sidewalk, so they sat down to talk. And she's asking Will questions because she's trying to, feel him out or whatever. And Will is your typical man, typical hoe. Excuse my language, but that's what he is. He one of them men. And I know a lot of women was like, oh, Will is fine. Will is this. I used to see a lot of that in the comments and stuff, different comments and stuff. And it's like, Will, he's not bad looking. He's a decent young man. Decent on the eyes, but I just knew Will was maybe a little full of it, just a tad bit. Like, he seems to give Ken great advice when it comes to certain situations. I will say that. But that's probably why Ken don't listen to his ass, because Will let us know that he has 4 kids, 4 different mothers, never been married, been engaged before, not looking for a woman for real. Says that, Destiny asked him if he's forthcoming. He basically said, I'm keeping honest with you. I might not tell you everything, but I keep it honest with you. That's basically what he said. So basically, if you ask me something, I might not speak on it. I'm going to go around it. I might tell you little bits and pieces, in which they're not in a relationship, so you really can't be mad at it. But I just feel like if you really player, and it's some men out here who really player, men and women, but if you really player, you ain't gotta omit information. It is what it is. I've told you what it is. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm on. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Men out there. And you know what? I probably shouldn't even tell y'all. Some women may be mad at me about this, but I'm just going to say it. If you're really a player ass man, if you be honest with a woman and tell her what it is, you can get whatever you want. Depending on the man. Now, this might not work for everybody. You still gotta, have it. But if you be honest and stuff, because one thing about it, especially a woman like me, I respect your honesty. Your honesty, like, I could be like, damn, you know what? That's real. He told me that. That's real. Now, I might not agree with it. I might not even be moved by it, but I can respect it. I can't respect a man who just, you play these little games, because at this point in age, we too old for the games. Let's just be clear. And it's giving you are the issue, Will, because why you got four kids, 4 different women? Now, one mother, maybe even 2. But when you start getting into multiple baby mamas, I personally believe that it's always one in the bunch that y'all still may mess around. And I could be completely wrong. This is allegedly. But a lot of times when a man have that many women, like that many baby mothers, it's always one who's still in love, that's still crazy, that's still, you may dip in and out. It's always that one. And it's just like, sir, you still won't play little kid game. And then Will is just like all his relationships are, it had, because Destiny asked him why he hadn't been married, and he's like, all those relationships are different situations. Destiny girl, run. Don't let him play in your face. You messing around and be baby mama number 5. But now, then he said, she asked him would he ever be interested in getting married and do he believe in marriage, and he basically said that he didn't say he didn't believe in marriage, but he just said that everybody he know is getting out of a marriage. So that's in a lot of words, that's saying I ain't really trying to get married. I'm just doing me. And not only that, he said that if I find the right woman and we can be in a relationship like persons, he said something towards, he was alluding to polygamy, basically that he would want more than one woman. And I'm just like, I'm so over Will. Like, Will, get the hell off our screen with this. And then he asked her about Twan. Come to find out, Twan and Will are really cool. And he already talked to Twan. So Destiny kind of was like, Twan is her bodyguard. Like, Destiny, be fucking for real. You do not need no damn bodyguard around Huntsville, but I digress. So she tried to say that he was just her bodyguard. And then so he's like, well, that ain't kind of what he told me. And so she's like, we cool, but it ain't, she ain't trying to tell him too much. But she's like, oh man, I can't believe he know Twan Destiny. First of all, y'all in Huntsville. Huntsville's not that big. Even I know that, and I'm not from Huntsville, but I've been to Alabama. Huntsville is not that big. Not only that, all of these men are associated with people on the show. Like, Destiny, be fucking for real and quit playing in all our faces. Like, I just feel like all this is just for Destiny to have some type of TV time and to have a storyline, of course, something to talk about. I do not for once believe that she's into any one of these men. Now, I do think that she may like Twan, but then after popping up on Lance, I'm like, well, damn, she probably do like Lance too, for real. Like, I don't know if these the only men in the Huntsville circle of Destiny. Next season, I'm gonna tell you something. I want better for you. Do not make next season. If y'all have a next season and you come back, even though I feel like Carlos needs to either wrap it up or bring some more people on. If you do come back, Destiny, I'm gonna need you to come on here and talk about something of substance and not nothing that has to do with a man. Because every season it's about you and a man. And I'm tired of you and these men who are playing in your face and you playing in our face, because I don't think none of this shit real. Like, I'm over it. And then he asked her about a next date. Destiny, if you come on my TV screen next week or the week after next with this damn man on a second date, I'm coming down to Huntsville to get on your ass myself, because I am tired. Like, I'm tired. I just feel like these people just want to be on the show. And so they are willing to do whatever it is to be on the show. Will, Ken, and Martell are playing basketball. Excuse me. And so Will brings up to Martell that Destiny told him about, him saying that he wanted to hit it and quit it. And Martell is like, yeah, I told her, me and Destiny go way back. We've been friends since high school. And did y'all peep how Will looked at Ken? Like, We already know we think Martell and Trish messed around, allegedly. But did y'all peep how they looked at each other? And he's like, Will is like, well, I gotta watch what I say around you. And the thing is, Will is okay. Like, he's not ugly. Like, he's decent. Put it like that. But we ain't seen him without that beard, child. But this is why I don't be hyped by men. Because I know a lot of women, I was seeing a lot of women saying how, oh, he this, he that. That's he the real man out of Ken. And don't get me wrong, I said that he gave Ken great advice. Outside of that, I don't know. But you can tell that Will is one of them men, still young-minded, still think he first of all, he got damn piercings in his arm. Not my forte, but if you like it, I love it, whatever. But he is like, you ain't supposed to tell her the plan. Destiny, don't fall for him, because this would be the man that Destiny fall for. And did y'all catch Will trying to be funny talking about when he said that he called Twan and he was like, he didn't say they was dating. He said they know each other, they're friends, and they do stuff together. Boy, men, when I tell y'all men, it's messy as hell. They always say it's women, but a lot of information that I've known about people and I've learned about people that be like real information and like, it be from a man. And I ain't talking about my men, which is the crazy part. That's how messy men be. Because, like, I'm cool. I'm that girl. I'm cool. Like, you know how when guys see, like, oh, she the homie, they would tell you every damn thing. And I used to just be like, okay, let me mind my business. Men is messy as hell. No, he didn't call that man before he even went on the date. Asked her to see what she gonna lie. Like, y'all are in some type of damn relationship. Will, please. Go see about your 4 kids and get the hell off our screen with this. So we head to the Fletchers house. And y'all, I like Nell and her family. I would rather much watch Nell and her family. I felt like this scene was actually interesting and good. Well, this episode was pretty decent. And guess what? The Scots wasn't on here getting on our damn nerves. So what that tell you, Carlos? We necessarily don't gotta have him. But excuse me, y'all. The kids all meeting up to talk and go over, their family issues. But do y'all think it's strange that Nell was telling Kierra, the new girl, all this stuff, like that Destiny popped up and all this extra stuff? Y'all think Nell like her? I'm like, I see what you're doing, Nell. Nell probably say she's sick of Lance and these women. Because let's be clear. Lance is a little on the shorter side, but Lance is handsome. Lance is not an ugly man. He got his own business. His business seems to be doing well. He in Huntsville. Baby, I know them women be on him. I know they be on him. And I feel like Miss Nell is tired. My thing is, where is the baby's mama? You just had a baby. Where is the mama at? You and the mama not, y'all just decided, y'all, it ain't nothing. But like, what's the tea? Because y'all remember he said he had been dealing with the youngest baby mother for 5 years. So if y'all been dealing with each other for 5 years, it's something. Like, come on, y'all, you got some type of feelings for her. I ain't saying, like, it's something. And now you just on here with Destiny and this other woman. Like, Lance quit playing in our face. But Lance is probably full of shit too, y'all. Like, Lance is very handsome. And he probably, yeah, he a ladies man as well. We just gonna say that. But baby, Kierra's trying to get in the family. She didn't ask Nell, is it okay to call her mama? Miss Nell like, hold on, baby. Hold on now. Pump your brakes. This ain't that. Which, I've never been there. I guess because I'm not that type of woman. I've never been that type of woman. I know some people who do it, and if that's their thing, this is no dig, no shade. That's just not my thing. I'm not calling somebody else mama. Especially you just met this woman. Like, yeah, you went to the daycare, but you're just re-meeting her. You just started dating her son, and you mama. And it could be out for the TV. But I'm like, girl, Baby, she said this her man. Like, oh, Lance, oh, baby, that's her. Even though Lance got a newborn baby at home. So, they talking about Destiny pulling up, which, Destiny, if you over Lance, baby, why are you pulling up? Lance said that, you know, he would pulled up. He got out the car, basically. He seen the car, like, in the middle of the street. He realized it's Destiny. He started talking to her. She said she was just driving through the neighborhood trying to get her child to sleep. Fletch them say Destiny stay on the other side of town. So it wouldn't be no reason for her to be, you know, rolling through their neighborhood. At the end of the day, if this is true, like I said, y'all know Lance is a ladies' man. Him and Destiny might have been creeping. Who the hell knows? And Kierra's trying to get to the bottom of it. Kierra's actually a pretty girl. I said that I didn't like that hair she had the last episode, but she looks real pretty this episode. Her hair, she got her hair looking better, and she's a pretty girl. And she like, oh, so what's this about? And why Miss Nell bring up their chemistry and talk about Destiny flirting like that's why I'm like, I don't know if Nell really like Kierra, because why you bring up all this in front of this girl? And not only that, like I said, Miss Nell probably she already fixed to go off on them, so she's sick of their ass. She like, I'm sick of you. You done bought a new baby. You keep coming with these different girls. Where she go off on her other son, Chris Jr. Like she tired of them. All her money has been given to the boys, aka Lance and Chris Jr., and she over it. Like, so maybe that's why she telling all Lance business. Cause I'm like, damn, pump your brakes. You just gonna out him like that? I'm like, you ain't even want to tell Destiny nothing about that Lance had going on, but you bringing up Destiny kind of hard to Kierra, and then y'all know, like, I hate to be this person, but it could be a storyline. I don't know. I'm just like, okay, Nell. I don't think Nell really feeling Kierra. And so Miss Nell get to asking Twan what's going on, because he at the dinner too. And Twan is just like, you know, we met up for a business meeting. They like, well, she gonna pay you. What's her name? Kierra is like, she like everybody. Next, she gonna be after Chris Jr. Like, and so Twan is like, he chilling. So Kierra asked Les West, they just chilling, and Les gonna say, nah, we heating. And Fletch was gonna, the sisters is like, oh, that is so sweet. And Fletch like, I was gonna say that was lame. And I'm like, Fletch, that was lame. That would have not got me. I would have been like, okay, Lance. Now we heating. Okay. And then Nell brings up the fact that she talked to Lance and asked him when they were at his house, you know, was he dating? And he said no. And she said, but it looked like he dating, you know, speaking towards him and Kierra. And he's like, he wasn't looking for nothing. It just happened. He was like, he's single, but they're dating, but he's not seeing anyone else. And like I said, I feel like Lex is over Lance in that aspect. She like, you got this baby. We helping you with this baby. Ain't no telling what's going on behind the scenes with him and the baby mama. And here you go with another woman. I already then had issues with Destiny, and here you come with somebody else. And like, I'm just over it. I'm over you and these women. And I think if this is real, I think that's what she's getting at. Like, she tired and she just putting all the shit out there like, Kierra, this is what it is, baby. If you want to stick around for this, I'm just letting you know in so many words, my son, he might not be shit for real. So, look, Chris started talking about his situation because Fletch asked him why didn't he call him. He said that he stayed in his car for 2 days before I guess he went home. And he said that he didn't call them because he want to, you know, be self-sufficient, basically, is what he said in a whole lot of words. He feel like every time he get into some trouble, he know he can call mama and daddy. And they gonna do what any mother and father would do that's true mothers and fathers that love their kids and want the best for their kids. We gonna fuss, we gonna fight, we gonna argue with you, we gonna cuss your ass out. But at the end of the day, you our baby, so we still gonna figure it out. We gonna help you figure it out. But at some point, I know that attachment is hard because you want the best for your children, but some points you do have to let them figure it out. And Chris said that, it felt good for him to figure stuff out on his own, because that way he can see that he can figure it out for himself, and that he don't have to worry about his mama or his daddy down his neck, or nobody basically throwing back up in his face what they did. So, Chris is letting him talk. Nell kind of get offended by the situation. And Chris is like, well, that's what he's been wanting to do, is let it go. Nell didn't like that because she's like, oh, is that what you saying? You've been wanting to let him go, but I haven't. And Nell is like, that's my baby. I would rather help him than to see him go to prison, which as a mother, I completely understand it. If I can help you out your situation, I'm going to do just that. But at the same time, I understand Chris' side too. I understand both sides. And so she gets mad because she felt like Chris wasn't holding her back with what they were saying, didn't have her back in that moment. And so Lance jumped in to kind of try to diffuse the situation and explain it, but Nell a hothead, and she started going off saying, well, I guess Lance feel it for you because Fletch ain't saying nothing. He just looking at her, which Fletch did say, I've been knowing her for 30 years. He used to it. He used to Nell. He been married to her for 30 years. They got kids and stuff. He looking at her with a smirk on his face like, girl, you gonna argue, you gonna cuss, but we gonna be good. Ain't nobody paying no attention. So when Lance said something, Lance kind of hit a nerve for taking up for him. And she's like, she's stressed out. She's tired. They need to pay her money back. Those boys, and I caught that those boys, it's not the girls who owed her. It's the boys. But y'all know how it be. Mothers raise their son. Mothers raise their daughters, coddle their sons. I know all too well, and that's why it's something that I've always been big on, making sure my sons are self-sufficient and know how to do stuff. And even when I do catch my time, I feel like my kids are spoiled. I'm gonna just say it, they are spoiled. And when my son do stuff, especially that little one, when he does stuff, sometimes I know I gotta stand back, let daddy get on him. I gotta chill, or I can't do it, and that's hard for me. So I understand, what Nell is saying, but we as women gotta teach these men, these little boys, because they're gonna grow up to be men. We have to teach them that you gotta learn how to stand on your own. You can't always look for me to bail you out. If your sister can get up and do what she needs to do, or if I can teach your sister to get up and do what she needs to do, why am I not teaching you that? And don't get me wrong, I think a lot of it has to do with too, a lot of women are more, I don't want to say headstrong, because I don't know if that's the correct word to use, but a lot of women are more, we're going to get up and do stuff, just what it is. But when you coddle these little boys, I cannot stand a little boy who just act like they can't do nothing. That irritates me. So that's why I try to be intentional on no, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. If your sister can get up and do it, you can get up and do it. No, she don't just wash dishes. You wash dishes too. It's just certain stuff that I feel like as mothers, we got to stop, because this is why these grown men grow up and be men who can't fend for themselves, don't have no emotional intelligence, don't know how to do things without a woman. It's just no. And so I do appreciate Chris, though, saying, I want to figure it out for myself. I think that's the best thing. And I do understand that you done gave them a lot of money and stuff, and you want your money back. I get that. Lance, you need to get to paying your mama back. You got money to take these women out, you need to get on the payment plan and pay your mama back, because obviously she's mad about that, because she want to do what she want to do and she can't, because she feel like she done put so much money into y'all. So I get that. I think the biggest takeaway from the conversation with the nails is that you can't spoil a child, and that's boy or girl. You can't coddle a child so much to the point where you've done everything for them their whole life, and then as soon as they get grown, you expect them to know how to do everything. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. It's not. And I think a lot of women, especially with their sons, they coddle them their whole life. And then when they start hitting 18, when they start hitting them teen years, they start trying to get them some type of responsibility, a little, if then. But especially when they hit 18, 21, 25, so on, they start getting grown and you feel like they should know certain stuff. And then when they don't, you're frustrated. But it's because you as the parent, you have done everything. And so I just say be mindful, especially if you have sons. I feel like male or female, woman, men, whatever, should be taught to be self-sufficient. That's it. That's all. Like, the way that you make your daughter get up and clean up, you need to do the same for your son. The way that you make your daughter do certain stuff, you need to do the same for your son. Like, here in my household, I try to, you do this day, okay, the next day you gonna do it, because you need to know how to fend for yourself. I don't want my sons to be the ones who are dependent. You know how some men, he's always in a relationship because he cannot be standing on his own without a woman. He go from his mama to relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship because he needs a woman to help him stay on the straight and narrow to do regular things. Don't let that be y'all sons. Anyway, that was Love and Marriage Huntsville. This was actually a decent episode. Like I said, the Scots wasn't mixed. I would rather watch the Fletchers. They actually were entertaining. We know Nell gonna yell and she gonna scream. I don't think Nell like Kierra. She just overland shit. But yeah, anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all later. Bye, y'all.